Hi, today we're going to speak about our conditioning and our belief systems. Things that we all have which have created trouble for us and we don't even realize. So I'm going to talk about a few instances in my life and see if you resonate with it. One is my own brother. He's a captain in the Merchant Navy. Till he was 20, wherever we traveled, whether it was, by train, by bus, by car, by plane, 8 kilometers or 20 minutes into the journey and he would want to puke, and he would puke. Yet he decides he wants to join the Merchant Navy, and well, lo and behold, there he is. More than 30 years in the service, a captain in the Merchant Navy, sailing the high seas perfectly fine. Only the first 3 days he felt uneasy seasickness, and then he was perfectly fine. His daughter also always believed the heat generated rashes or eruptions in her skin, so she always needed to sleep in air conditioning. We had a baby squirrel in the house, just about 2 or 3 days old. She mothered it, she took care of it, and then couldn't sleep in the AC because it was the peak of the summers, and she said no, he might catch a cold, might get sick. Slept through the heat, through the Delhi heat. Nothing happened to her. No eruptions, no skin rashes. A belief that she has maintained for the last 20 years, that I cannot sleep without air conditioning. There are so many such beliefs which actually limit us from exploring the full potential of where we need to be. I'm going to talk about conditioning. My own relative, friend who had COVID, when she has COVID and she was down with it, she was experiencing lack of taste. And that went on in her life for more than 4 months. So then it didn't matter whether you ate butter chicken, whether you ate paneer makhan masala, or you ate a cucumber. Everything felt the same, like chalk or like cheese. And I thought it was always about taste, and it is for a lot of people. But here it was more about conditioning. I can't taste anything. Everything would be the same, yet I would choose to pick up a pakoda or bhujia. Why? Conditioning. It doesn't matter what it tastes like. We are so limited at times by our conditioned behavior. One last case, or rather two. There's this girl whom I had met who always believed she was ugly because an aunt of hers told her so when she was 19. Last, when I met her at 49, she still believed she was ugly when she wasn't. There is a lady we met. She had stage 4 cancer. She was 84. She had cancer of the lymph, the bones and the lungs. She came to us for treatment. In 2 weeks, actually her son had brought her. In 2 weeks, she was so much better. 2 weeks later, her own 2 daughters who were staying outstation came home with their respective husbands. And they said, "What is wrong with you? Why aren't you following standard operating procedure and go for chemotherapy or for something else?" And they stopped despite overwhelming evidence that she is getting better within 2 weeks. It's our conditioning, our belief systems which limit us from doing so many things. We keep calling nature cure or different ways in which we heal as alternative therapies. How can it be alternative is what I ask you. Nature has been around for more than 1,000,000 years. It has healed us. Our very own bodies, the way we are made, is comprised of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air and ether. These 5 things make us. They are somewhere in imbalance. And that is what, when you bring it back to balance, using nature as a tool, health returns. Why is it so difficult to understand? It's like this t-shirt. If this tears over here, this is a cotton t-shirt and this is white color. If this tears, the only way I can stitch it or darn it is by using cotton thread and white colored thread, so that when I get it darned by somebody else, you can't really make out. I can't. It's the same way. Whatever makes me is what will help heal me. And that is what I need to use. We see that across people with varying diseases. All we're doing is improving health, and they see their diseases just melt away. But it is so hard for people to believe because they are conditioned to believe that something that came up 100, 150 years ago, which we call Western medicine, is the only thing which is going to heal us. How can a composite of some drugs which we ingest heal us when actually all that it is doing is suppressing the symptoms? The power to believe or disbelieve is one of the greatest gifts that we have. It would be great if you can exercise it well, to limit your fears, to open up and change your life, to actually be beautiful. Thank you.